What's up, everybody? How you living? Welcome to episode 7 of the Carolina Storm rebuild. We got 2 games for you today, as always. I guess this is the August games. I think we got I want to say the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. No, not the Red Sox. It's definitely the Blue Jays, but it's okay. It looks like it's gonna be Tampa Bay and the Blue Jays. Cool. Sorry, that took a little longer for me to remember. I'm not recording the audio the same day as the footage, so my mind gets a little hazy. But we have a lot getting done. The team's hanging around 500 still, which I don't know if that's better or worse than expectations. Honestly, probably better because the pitching staff is horrible outside of Shane Bieber. And we made some pickups, but this team still isn't very good. So I'd say it's overperforming right now. And somebody's underperforming. I think it's the Red Sox. They should not be as bad as they are. But first game, we got the Tampa Bay Rays, this deep defensive team. I'm not sure who's on the mound today, so we're going to have to wait for that one. And I think they're second in the division right now, if I remember correctly. Who does that look like? Why can I not remember the name of this guy, guys? I have no clue, whatsoever. We're going to see the name here. Sean Reed Foley. That's why. It's not somebody they typically have in their starting rotation, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he's 3.54 ERA, 22 strikeouts to 12 walks. But he's only had 4 starts. Okay, I was gonna say that's not much for this late in the season. But yeah, he looks all right. I mean, nothing special. But we got the mustache bandit over here, Ken Grub.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Who always gets it started with a deep hit. This guy, he's not very good stat-wise. I keep saying that by a lot of guys, but they just know how to hit. Ken Grub got 77 contact and 50 power, but he's steady hitting stuff for home runs. Nicky Lopez trying to get in on the action, but he doesn't get on base this time, but it's a productive out. You get Ken Grub up to third. And so it looks like we're going to be able to get on the scoreboard early. Can our MVP? It's a ground out to shortstop, but it's enough to cash in the run. So we are up 1-0 early in the first. Can't complain there. Cedric Mullins did his job. And we have Eliza Hernandez, our Rule 5 pickup on the mound. And he starts it early with a strikeout to whoever that was. It's a creative player, so I don't know who that is. And yes, you see it right. The Rays have Brian Hayes. Pittsburgh gave him up for nothing. I think it was during free agency. Maybe y'all saw it. Or it wasn't anything they gave him up for. It's a little disappointing that how often teams trade their top prospects when they're rebuilding. It doesn't, in this game. It'd be prospects that they have team control on for 3 or 4 5 years left. I'm like, so why are you even looking at trading them? Anyways, we have people on base. Austin ends the inning. Our platoon catcher against righties, who's not very good against righties. And backdoor slider to get Joey Votto out. And that's who else is on the team. Ken Grub makes a defensive error there and does not make the pick out the dirt, and so they make it on base. Eliza. If only had another strike, that would have been a strike him out, throw him out. But we got the hose. And we get a base at Ken Grub. Opens up the inning with another hit. This man's doing his job of getting on base in the leadoff spot. Now, it's 78 contact versus righties. I just want a first baseman that I could, an everyday first baseman, because none of them are right now. Nicky Lopez has hit 2 deep balls. Oh my gosh. He has 33 power versus righties. Which you wouldn't tell by the way he's killing it. This pitcher's not that good. We're about to light up his ERA. They may want to get him out of here. There we go. Another hit. Cedric Mullins brings in 2 runs and the error on the pick. I don't think they're going to call it as an error, but I think we're about to... Oh no. Oops. Yep. Too aggressive. We're out at third, but he gets a double to his stats. Strikeout number 4 for Mr. Hernandez at the bottom of the third. And now we're up to the top of the fourth. And Pat Valaika, who has a little more power, doesn't lift the ball enough, but he gets on base for first. So he's had a lot of base runners early. Jahmai Jones gets walked. And now Austin Wins is up. What can he do? He can ground out into a double play, it seems. And we do not like to see that, Mr. Wins. Alright, ground ball to Shabai. Makes the play. Yes, he does. And we're out of the fourth. Painlessly. 3-0 game right now. They bring in Jalen Beeks, who has a 3.36 ERA. Pretty good. 284 versus righties, 218 versus lefties. I mean, he's done what he needed to do. But let's see if we can crank up that ERA a little. Can Grubb with a perfect, and that's the one he doesn't get on base on. This game be so confusing sometimes. So you got like the other two hits were by definition worse than perfect.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
And Cedric Mullins, our MVP, with home run 31 of the year, rounds the base pads, and we are now up 4-0. And that's just this man. Like it's funny. The first season I was contemplating getting rid of him, but he does what he needs to do. And Fran Mills getting in on the action as well. So that is number 20 for him, and that one only went 380, but he is also performing well off the trade. Can't complain. We got him for chips, so can't complain on all the home runs he gives us. Cleveland really sold there. And Anthony Santander grooves the gap to center right field, and it looks like we're going for 2? Or am I? Okay, I was going to say, please don't say I made the mistake to go 3 again. That would have been tragic, because I would have been gunned. Oh, another perfect. Jalen Biggs got to get out. We've lit up his ERA. It looks like another double, so he swaps places with Pat Valika, I believe it was. Or whoever was on the base last. No, it was Santander the last time. Peter Fairbanks comes in, 4.67 ERA. He gets out the inning, and so now we have given up a base hit. We're only in the 5th inning, and we have 6 runs already. Yeet. There we go. Double play ball by
double homicide
by Mr. Wander Franco. And so we are out the inning, and we're back to hit. Austin Wins gets a base hit. Like, that wouldn't be a base hit last year's game, but they make first base stand off the base, so he survived this time. Kevin Kiermaier strikes out. Good, because he's robbed us of a couple hits that weren't shown. And alright, Cedric Mullins has to just throw it back in. Oh wait, he's going for 2! And he makes it because we weren't paying attention. That was a very aggressive base run by Travis Janowitzki. But it didn't matter, we got out the inning. So we're at the top of the 7th now. Joey Votto gets on first base. But guess what? Double play.
Yeah, double homicide.
And we get walked. Ryan Mountcastle came in for Ken Grubb because it was a lefty pitcher. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, we avoid double play. I think... Who's that? Jemai was just fast enough? I may have missed the name. Who cares? We're going first to third. And we're safe off a bad throw. And they bring in Jeffrey Springs, 4.13 ERA. We strike out with Nicky Lopez. Oh, we do not, because we reach on an error because the catcher messes the throw. I think it's Mike Zunino out there. And can we go first to third with Nicky? We don't even test it. Probably smart. Would have been thrown out. So now we have first and second occupied. So you have, Fred Mill. Okay, he dropped the ball. So it looks like we're going bases loaded for the next at-bat with 0 outs. It looks like we can up the lead a little bit. Can Santander do it? He hits it down the middle, back to the pitcher. And it looks like we get 2 home with first and second occupied. Score is now 8-0 with still no outs. And another perfect. Pat Valika loads the bases again with no outs. Matt Whistler is about to get... Oh, he gets his first strikeout for the 9th inning. Man, the pitcher I think has changed 2 or 3 times since this inning started. I just didn't show it. And Jemai Jones grounds onto a double play, it looks, and that's the end of our run. Still productive inning. I think 2 or 3 runs. We have 16 hits, which is ridiculous. Ooh, Isaac Matson strikes out Kiermaier with a high fastball, and next out, flies out to right field. One more out, and we're out the game. with another victory over the division opponent. Nico Holzier flies out to left field. Can Franmil get there? He does, and that's the end of the game. And so now we improve with another win on our record. We got our boys Nicky Lopez and Jahmai Jones celebrating. I still don't know what the long-term plans is for Nicky Lopez. Jahmai Jones I'm going to get rid of. But Nicky Lopez may have to stay. His contact's too high for me to want to get rid of him. 16 hits on the day for us, only 3 for them. Like, it was a very lopsided game. The next game it looks like it's going to be against the Blue Jays, and I think it is going to be... Who is it? I think is it Shane Bieber? Yep, Shane Bieber. No, it is. I don't remember. And I know their pitching is not accurate. Whoever it shows, it's going to end up being Adam Simber, which had me so confused and upset because Simber's, if you don't know, is a submarine pitcher, and like to start one of those is very annoying. But you see Cedric Mullins on that MVP list, second as of now, only losing to Eloy. So we'll see what happens there. Bryce Harper's MVP of the NL, if that stays. Yeah, it looks like we have Ken Grubb qualifying for the Rookie of the Year, even though he's like 29. Poisson, the shortstop of the Athletics, is leading so far. I don't think we'll catch him, but Ken Grubb's had a solid year. He's 29, actually. But, I mean, solid year. He did what he needed to do. Just can't complain there. I think Cedric Mullins was leading for a different award. I think it was a batting title. I didn't really pay attention. And I don't really be looking at the Gold Gloves because they're not accurate ever. Cedric Mullins in line for a Silver Slugger. But yeah, the Gold Gloves don't be accurate. They just be giving it to everybody. Pedro Severino has one from last year, and that should never be the case. In case you know, he's not good defensively in real life. So, but yes, it is Shane Bieber going up. And let's see if it shows y'all that I'm right off the first inning. It should. No, I think we should be pitching first, actually. But I love how this looks. Sam Haggerty and Teoscar Bobichette, and it looks like Kevon Biggio. The shot warming up, stretching. It looks like they're goofing around because I don't know stretching I see. We have Shane Bieber starting, 3.7 ERA, 10-6 record. So let's see how this game gets off. Ooh, sorry if y'all heard that clicking. Ignore it. I had to get rid of some pop-ups, but let's see how this game goes. First strikeout, high fastball to Mr. Sam Haggerty, and it's over for the man. But Brock Holt gets walked. The guy who recently threw a 31-mile-per-hour 31-mile-per-hour pitch, and I believe struck somebody out on it. And Vlad Guerrero goes out for the second strikeout of the evening. And a fly out, I guess, to left field to get out the inning. And Franmil's through this dangerous lineup with no runs. So it's starting off on a good start for him. Adam Simber, 5.5 ERA, which he's not a good pitcher, but when you actually have to play him, it's annoying because he's one of them submarine pitchers. And it's hard for me to hit. I was also trying out something new, like the directional hitting. And we get on base with Cedric Mullins. He's not our leadoff. Oh, okay, we have 2 outs already. He gets to second base. We could have went for third because it was an error throw, throwing it back in. We didn't try it, though. Cedric Mullins, 29 doubles on the year. But yeah, we tried directional hitting because I had 16 hits last game compared to 3, so I was like, that's just too easy. I don't want to win every game. But the issue is that you'll tend to notice as we error on the throw. So he gets on. It says base hit. Nah, it should have been an error because we throw canceled. Because I also switched to button accuracy. No, buttons, just not button accuracy. So we'd have errors based on their fielding. Wanted the game to be a little more realistic. So because it was, if I'm playing, I'm gonna win 99.9% of the time. All right, so there's another out. That's enough of that. Do they score the run? No, they do not. They don't. They decide not to test Jahmai Jones' arm, and that was probably a bad decision. So, but especially with 2 outs, And so we get out the out still scoreless because they weren't aggressive enough, which is why I'm saying you always got to be aggressive. Alright, Teoscar gets a bad call, but he strikes out on him, so strikeout number 5 for Mr. Bieber at the top of the 4th. And can we make it? Nah, we walk Kavan Biggio. I almost made it 6, but we missed on the pitch. And wow, that's a deep shot. I don't know if Franmel's getting there, but he does. Okay, so first out, the top of the 5th. Bieber's already at 86 pitches though, so it's a lot. And Bieber does not make the pick, and so they get a single. And we have a base runner. And we get a strikeout on Mr. Holt on another borderline call. We'd love to see it. Strikeout number 6 from Mr. Bieber. And we get out the inning. And so now Mr. Simber walks us as we have Santander on base. And they bring in Jesse Biddle, who proceeds to immediately walk the first batter he sees. So now we have 2 people on base with 2 outs now. Pedro Severino jumps on one, and it's a fly out to center field to end the inning. It's still scoreless game. We have to face Bo Bichette first in the next inning, but I'm not sure if it's one you see. You see Teoscar as we strike him out for strikeout number 7. Yep. Shane Bieber has 7 through 6 innings. I don't know how deep he's going to go into this game, to be honest with you. Nicky Lopez gets on base, as I have to say once every episode, because the man just doesn't know how to stop raking. No, not really for power, but he gets on base, which is all that matters. Franmil immediately gets walked, so we have 2 on base now for Santander, and he flies out. So now we're at the top of the 7th, and a good drag bunt by, I don't know who it was. I think it was Wilmer Defoe, and it worked. But now he's stealing a base, and he gets there. The throw was slightly too late. And there you go. Shane Bieber strikeout number 8 on Mr. Alejandro Kirk. But there's first and third, and Brock Holt strikes out. Shane Bieber is excited. Pumped he's through the inning with still 0 runs. He's still on line for at least a no decision if we can't get a run here. So he does no loss on his record. 2.38 ERA by Mr. Jordan Romano. 4-2 record. 10 of 13 on save opportunities, I think it said. Good day by him. Austin Hayes gets into one, but since our park is so deep, doesn't tend to be to our benefit, and he flies out. Jahmai Jones also gets on one, but flies out to left field. It's like we can't get anything to fall in the gaps right now, and it's causing this game to be scoreless. We jumped on a few pitches. I mean, they have 2. We bring in Keegan Aiken, 5.25 ERA, so just a rough year, but 123 innings from a reliever, too. He's pitched a lot. I don't know if they've had to start him at some point. Maybe because Grayson was hurt for a certain amount of time. And Aiken gives up a run already off to a shaky start in 2 pitches. We have Bo Bichette up next, and it looks like it's a potential double play if we can get the... No, he's safe, so we missed a double play. We need better arms. We need better arms. All right. Another double play to make up for it.
Yeah, double homicide.
Yes, sir. We're out the inning. All right, Keegan, he did his job. Still held it scoreless, and Ken Grubb sends another one right down the middle. So up for a single. So we have someone on base, but 1 out. Can we get a home run or a gapper to score? Ken Grubb's not slow, so they should be able to do so. Well, all right, Cedric Mullins gets hit by a pitch, so we have first and second. Fred Mills up with 2 outs, and he flies out. So top of the 9th, Keegan strikes out Randall Grichuk on his first. I think we had him finish the game for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, let's hope it doesn't come back to bite us. Ooh, strikeout number 2 by Mr. Keegan Aiken. He's getting through this 9th inning. And a pop-up to Jahmai. Can he get there? He does, and we are through 9, scoreless. So we can walk. We're in line for the walk-off if we want it here. Santander down the middle, but now they shifted somebody there, so it's a crowd out. But I think it was second base that was there. No, it's shortstop. It was a shift to the right. There we go. Pat Valaika grounds out. Oh, an error by the third baseman. So Valaika reaches base on error. And he make that. Brock Holt's going through it because he drops the ball, but they're still able to get the out at second instead of the double at least. And Jahmai Jones flies out to left field, so it looks like we're going into extra innings. So now we have to pitch even better because there'll be somebody on second. I'm not sure who comes up. We have Tanner Scott come up. He throws a strikeout, but it's wild. Pedro can't block it in time, so he steals third, but we have one out at least. Then oh my gosh, I hate to see it. Suicide squeeze for the run, which I don't know. I didn't have the shift on. I wasn't prepared for it. Now it's our turn. We get good. Grab blocked.
Got him!
Nicky Lopez jumps on it and sends it to center left field. Nicky Lopez gets on base and he goes all the way to third for a triple, but it is a walk-off win. He allows 2 to score, and we have won both games today. It's a horrible offensive game for us, but Nicky Lopez gets on base and does his job. Great defender. Like, if his potential was higher, I'd consider keeping because he just does what you need to do. This is a great trade for Nicky Lopez. Oh my gosh, he's been such a good player to play with, really. Ryan Mountcastle, the substitution, ends up paying off because he's faster than Ken Grubb, and we are 2-2. I mean, we are 2-0 in today's game. So now we send through the rest. We are now send through the rest of August. Time for September call-ups. We're 63-5 on the year. I believe all that's left to show y'all is who we're calling up. It's time for bring up our top 2 prospects. They may not show it though. Mr. Rutschman and Mr. Mark Frank, who now has 81 contact and 72 contact, 40 mid-40s power. He's developed a lot this year, so it's time to bring them both up just for a month of major league action to show what they're going to be getting next year. Depending on how they perform will determine if I start them next year. Frank should perform fine. His stats are great. But I'm not sure about Adley yet. But I wanted him to get some experience anyways. Noelvi was... I could have brought him up, but I really didn't want to yet. We already have enough infielders. Our infielders are performing fine. Let's not rush him up and have him do bad. Todd Tucker's contact is insane as well. A potential as well off of this guy. He does, honestly, I'm not sure. We may have too many infielders, and I may have to do something about some of them. Todd Tucker may get traded, honestly. Because we have too many infielders, and I don't have enough things to do with them all. Mark Frank, though, look at these stats. This is exactly what you need to see. And so, I'm sorry I have to keep showing him, but that is going to be the leader of the team eventually if his potential ends up going up. Past the 84, 85 that is currently at, I'm not sure. Anyways, he's going to be our leadoff and I'm just going to show you all the little changes to the lineups I made. And he's coming in hot. Shout out to you if you know the song. But yeah, he's coming in hot, so that means we're going to make him the leadoff batter, especially against righties with that high contact and the high speed, high stealing. It's everything you need from a leadoff batter, really. I mean, you could use probably a little more discipline and vision, but he's only a rookie. He's only 1 year removed from the draft, really. So we move him to first and the leadoff. Everyone else pretty much gets demoted. Or not, I guess not a duly demoted, but moved around a little bit. We take out Mr. Wins versus righties and put in Rutschman. So Rutschman will only play against righties, and I think Mark Frank will only lead off against righties. Mark Frank will play against everybody. Adley will platoon because Pedro has done really well this year. And we really don't have any righty killers. Franville has power against righties, but nobody's 80-80 like we have against lefties. We have some 90-90s, I'm pretty sure, against lefties. Lefties should get murdered by us. And Cedric Mullins I guess Cedric Mullins is already killer, but he kills everybody, if we're being honest here. He's just that good. It's high 70s power, high 90s contact with him. So he's going to stay on the team. Whether or not he goes to DH depends on how much we can find arms to replace him. But left field's not bad. I don't mind. We may have to just go to left field next year in future plans, because that 40 arm strength will not work for me. I hate weak arms. So now you see against lefties, he takes DJ Stewart's spot, I believe. Yeah, no way we took Santander. No way, right? Did we? We did. Oh, that was a dumb decision by me. I have to edit that one because he has better defense. And this team's supposed to be defense first. You can't forget about the original mission on the team. Andrew Vaughn can't be our lead up. He's too good against righties. He'd probably have to be... Okay, that's how we do it. That's how we get the lineup fixed. Mark Frank is the lead off against lefties. I couldn't remember if he was going to be... Nope, okay. He goes to the two hole because Nicky Lopez can do it. It didn't show at night now, and if it doesn't show, just know that's what ended up happening. I had to do it off camera though. So, I mean, we're still fixing lineups here. Game's about to wrap up, though, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. If I didn't say it before, if you like what you saw, hit the like button, obviously, and hit that subscribe button. But I do want y'all to be on the lookout for Season 2. We all have a very brand new intro rather than that blank picture that I've been putting up. I've been working on it off camera, and it's time to go. But thanks for watching. Peace.